Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know this isn't my usual setup, but I am recovering from heat stroke and heat exhaustion. So I have to do a tea looking like this. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sebastian. I've always said, doesn't matter where I am, what I'm doing, who I'm with, if there's tea to spill, bitch, I'm gonna do it. And now that includes recovering from heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So before I get into the tea, just tell you what happened real quick. I have been trying to do a 4-mile walk for the past 30 days every day. And I have been doing it successfully. It's been really good. But there's literally a heat wave right now in California, and we're in the 90s. And girl, tell me why I thought it was a good idea the day before yesterday to put on this waist trainer that makes you sweat even more and a sweater on top of it. I knew I was not feeling good when I was like halfway done with my walk, and I was like, bitch, I should Uber home. But I was like, no, I'll just, walk, whatever. So I got home, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The next day I woke up, like I've been in a gangbang of like 4 NFL teams, and I was like the special guest who was invited. I feel like I literally got incredibly exhausted, so tired. And of course, the first thing I thought was like, oh no, bitch, did I get it? Obviously you think that, we're in these crazy times. But it turned out to be heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So I've been taking it really easy and just under the air conditioning, drinking tons of water. And yeah, so anyways, I wanted to just give you a little recap. But as I told you, when there's tea to spill, I will spill it. So please consider subscribing and make my heat exhaustion a little bit better. So after about 2 weeks, I want to say, or a week or two, Graceffa finally talked about the blackface incident. So he posted a lengthy response. So here it is, and then we'll talk about it. So, it kind of looks like every other influencer's apology, right? The thing is, you guys, like, I have a past. I have done some fucked up shit. I have said some fucked up shit. I have not done things that I'm proud of, But one thing I can stand tall and humbly say is that I did learn and that I'm still learning. But I do know what's right and what's wrong now. Don't get that confused. You know how influencers still right now, this day, do shit. Those are the ones that you need to worry about. The ones who did things in the past, not so serious things. I'm not talking about like hurting a child or something. I'm talking about, doing stupid jokes and now are someone who has learned and are allies and are different. I do believe those deserve a second chance. But the ones that do and say things now, in the time that we are living, there's no excuse. I mean, yes, of course, they all say, I'm going to take this moment to educate myself. Bitch, they're not educating themselves. They are in their mansions doing God knows fucking what, okay? Doing that and way worse than anybody knows what they're doing. So, do I think people deserve a second chance? I do some in my heart, I do believe. A lot of fans are saying Joey is not responsible, that he did the makeup, but the one who was doing the racist jokes was Shane, so that Shane deserves the hate, not Joey. I, I think, 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 I I think people need to remember before they want people to disappear and to be canceled and stuff, that yes, you can learn, and yes, you can change, because I have changed, I have learned, I have seen people learn and change. But you also have to remember that there are some people who think it's okay, who think and act a certain way and say, this is the life that I believe it's true. I'm not gonna get into such a huge story time, but I knew somebody, this was in Europe, and I knew someone who was straight up racist. And I went on 2 or 3 dates with this person. Didn't notice anything weird the first, second, or third date. On the 4th date, the waiter, his Danish was off. He had an accent. And the guy went off. And he said the famous words, "Go back to your country." I stood up. I stood in front of the waiter and this guy, and I said, learn another language. Go ahead and try and learn another language. That's what I said. His problem was that this guy had an accent. Well, this guy, he had 3 languages under his belt. Knowledge, honey, okay? And if you know one language and you are shaming somebody who is trying to speak your language but has an accent, honey, he's doing a lot more with his life than you are, because at least he's trying. At least he's trying to learn another language. You know what I mean? If you go your whole life with just one language, honey, that's fine. But just don't have a problem with somebody's accent, because who's going to look like the ignorant one there? You are. And you know what is a damn shame, because he was, when I tell you he was so hot, I was like, damn, man. In the moment, I was telling a girlfriend on my way home, I'm like, I've never wished to be ignorant or shallow, but I was like, damn. Had I just not stood up for what's right, you know, but I just feel like nowadays, you guys, anything that we say and do, yes, we have to be careful what we say, how we say it, all these things. I agree. We are very on edge, right? But you guys also have to understand is that people are tired. People are tired of being walked on. People are tired of being shaded and, you know, insulted, put down, degraded because of where they come from, their religion, their culture. So I understand. And the only thing I wish is that we would be open to learn, because learning other people's culture, language, thoughts, way of thinking is a beautiful thing. I speak 5 languages, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful to have learned from my past mistakes, and bitch, I'm still learning. You know, I have my best friend, she is very politically correct, but an extremist, okay? When I tell you extremist. And I've learned a lot from her. I've learned so much from her that I'm like, I catch myself sometimes and I'm like, ooh, okay. I don't think that's acceptable. So I do believe people can get second chances, but you also have to remember, some really think this way. And they might be apologizing because they're getting public scrutiny, honey, but some people are just racist. Some people do believe in that blackface is okay. Some people believe in the KKK. Some people believe in saying the N-word, that it's okay. Don't you think all these TikTokers, influencers, white guys you don't think they're saying the N-word at home? Oh, come on. You gotta be so blind if you think that that's not happening. We have a long way to go. So, it's up to you. But one thing that I agree with is don't accept people's apology if it does not directly affect you. I always see this in the comments. The wrong people are accepting apologies. I believe in that a lot. So, let me know what you think in the comments. I love you all so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. And let's be better and let's learn. Mwah.